morning. Good morning. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Hey, I'm all right in yourself.
What you got, Johnny Bench over there? Who you got, Ellie Dela Cruz?
No, Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench. My first guess. He my second favorite catcher behind none other than Lance Parrish. Number 13, Lance Parrish. Great Tiger, one of the greatest Tigers of all time. All right, we ready, man. I'm ready. I got YouTube right here. I got LinkedIn right here. I got Instagram going, Twitter, Twitch, and we want to say welcome and thank you for everybody for coming out for another wonderful Saturday sports talk with Kamau Felix. It is June 14th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for doing the show with me again today, sir. It is our Father's Day edition, and we are going to start the show off by getting our memories and thoughts about our fathers and father figures. We got I think we're gonna get Marcus up first because he's a little busy over there, and I'm pretty sure he's let's see, Marcus. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, fellas? Happy Father's Day to you. Father's Day weekend.
Thank you. So it is our Father's Day. If you out there watching us, if you want to join us, leave us a note. I'm gonna pull you and I'm gonna send you the link. And we're going to get you on the show no matter where we at in the show. I'm going to keep announcing it. This is our Father's Day edition. If you want to come in and bring a memory of your father figure, uncle, brother, if your son is a great father, we want to hear about it. We're going to give you some time. All right, I know you say you're busy out there, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually, as I mentioned, conducting a rehearsal for Men's Day tomorrow. So that's one of the things that makes me think of my dad, because I was grown before I knew how well he could sing. My Aunt Sadie came to visit us, and my brother Stephen, bless his memory, started playing the piano, and my dad started singing. So that's where I think I get the singing from. But the memory that I want, the guiding principle I think I want to share with you, my dad was a Korean War vet. And when he came home, they did not hold his job at GM. So this was many years before the unions were doing the right things for Black people. And he always taught me, be on time, even though I struggled when I was younger being on time, be clean and neat, and you're as smart as anybody else because you put your pants on one leg at a time just like them. So I kind of use that as my guiding principle to live my life, because that's how my dad lived his life. He was always on time. He always, if he worked on something, he put his best foot forward, and he was always neat and clean. So shout out to all of you and happy Father's Day. I got to get going.
All right. Thank you so very much, sir, for joining us. For the short time you have, we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we're going to let you go. And happy Father's Day to them gentlemen over there singing their house out, getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. That is our lead producer and thought and person whose brainchild this show is a sports talker, Kamau Felix. He does this show on Tuesday nights. It is called Loving Stuff. We have an entire Loving Stuff community with sports talker Kamau Felix, with Be Encouraged with Dr. Valencia Agner. We also have a couple others we're going to talk about a little bit later. But if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitch, and if you just leave a message, it comes through our system, and we want you to join us and give a memory of your father figure, uncle, brother, anybody who is a great father that you know about. All right, Felix, you up, sir? Go.
Well, yeah. The guy, my father was he was a police officer for the Detroit City Police for 30 years. I tried to follow in their footsteps. They told me I couldn't become a police officer because of my driving record. he was pissed. Yeah, he was pissed. The things he taught me was, they were heartfelt lessons. He used to tell me all the time that I think everything was funny, and I did. I mean, I thought everything was a joke, and then he was like, one day you're going to see that everything isn't funny. And he was right. Every day, as I got older, of course, you mature and you see that everything isn't funny. But like I said, one of my greatest victories was just the time when I told you last week on the show, when I came home, we played 1-on-1 and I beat him 10-0. So that was a good victory there. And then, like I say, one of my triumph defeats is I just wish he was still here. I know he's here, but I wish he was still here in the physical where he could see as, I evolved. As a 50-year-old man, I'm still here. I'm I'm employed. I'm not on drugs. I don't have no kids out of wedlock. So, he gave me some good tools. I mean, he wasn't Ward Cleaver and he wasn't Edrich neither, but hey, he gave me some good ones and he gave me some bad ones. You got to take the good with the bad. But all in all, it is.
Is it safe to say you was a little lead foot? Is that what you mean by your driving record?
Man, growing up, I watched a lot of Dukes of Hazzard, Smokey and the Bandit. I thought I didn't take driving is a responsibility, right? You're not only endangering your own life, you're endangering other lives. I thought a car to me was just a car. It wasn't, I would go down the street doing 30, 40, but that's as you get older and you mature, you see, okay, like what was I thinking? Well,
Definitely understand. Definitely. Thank you for that account, sir. I'm going to talk about my father, Renzi Williams, the original. We call him Pops. Renzi is a family name, as we were able to find out some years later. And my brother Renzi, he is joining us on the Instagram side. If you want to join us, talk about Pops a little bit, Renzi, let me know. I'll send you the link. Let's see. He is still with us. I went to visit with him a little bit last week, and the fun part is we both fell asleep. He's sitting there asleep. I'm sitting there asleep, and this TV just watching us in the background. Biggest thing he always told me was just to do your best, no matter what the situation. And there's nothing out there bigger than you. No matter what your problem, no matter what situation is, you're bigger than that situation, and you can handle it no matter what. He gave me lots of discipline. My parents, they weren't together past maybe like age 5 or 6. They tried to make it work, but I was still able to keep that connection with my dad and go and visit him and to this day, if I got a big problem, I always kind of know what I want to do, but I still running past my dad, and I call him up and he'd say, "Hey son, what's going on?" And the funny part is I might not even discuss it with him. Just the fact that I talk to him, dealing with stuff, lets me know I'm normally on the right track as to what I'm doing. So some big shout out to my dad. We sent him a gift. It hasn't quite got there yet. I asked the kids to say, what y'all want to send Pops? They said, well, I don't know. Let's see. So of course I went to Amazon and sent him a gift. He should have that sometime today, and so that should get over there to him. And so we want to make sure we honor our fathers and father figures. So if you're watching us, you want to honor your dad or your father, your grandfather, just put a note right here in the chat. And we will get you on here. We want to get you on here live. If you got to hurry up and comb your hair real quick. No bonnets, no do-rags. No bonnets, no do-rags. So come on and join us. And you can wear a hat. Put your hat on if you got to put your hat on right quick. But no hats and no do-rags. Come on and join us. We have another 45 minutes or so because we normally go over. And to do so, thank you, Steve. Did you want to come on and join us and say those words? You want me to say those words for you? His father was a teacher, pilot, veteran, ran for Congress, scuba diver, cook, athlete, and he miss him. His wife, my wife's dad is 95 years old, and we will have him over for dinner tomorrow. That's great. That's great. No matter what it is, you still want to keep that father figure in your life as you do your best to try and be a good, upstanding man and the family man and the father to the people in your life. And and it's always good to hear those words being accounted for you as you go through and do those things in life. All right. Great, good job. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your account. And thank you for those who have joined us on the different platforms. Come on in. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Once again, don't forget to click like, click share, and let the people know that we are here. We got the book, Great for this Journey Every Day by man. We just saw this young man. That young man right there, Marcus Holmes. On Tuesday night, he does this show. And every week, I always tell you what he does. He's on TikTok. He has a great following on TikTok where he does human resources. So if you're looking for a job, if you got a job, you want to improve your job, you need to get your resume better. If you want to learn how to answer those STAR questions correctly, go see that young man. Go right on TikTok, pull him up, and he gonna tell you what to do. He gonna lean into you, and he gonna tell you what to do. All right. First segment. I purposely did not do a poll this week because I know I want to do Father's Day, the Father's Day tributes first, and we're gonna jump into the NBA Finals. That's our first segment today. Don't worry, Steve. We're gonna get them Tigers. Tigers are next. NBA Finals first. We have a 2-2 tie after last night's game. The Pacers and the Thunders are now tied at 2. Both teams have won on each other's court. They say it's not a series until you win on the other team's court, until you win on the road. I have nicknamed this finals the AAU Finals. I've nicknamed this playoffs the AAU playoffs. Why? Because you got lots of highs and lows. Most of these games are either a blowout or relatively close. And that's what you see when you see those AAU games you go see. And it's not like the talent isn't all that different in the AAU as it is in terms of the quality, in terms of the teams being better or not so much better. I'm still trying to understand why is it that we keep having all these blowouts. I don't know. I don't understand it in playoffs, but it keep happening. But last night was a really, really good game. The Pacers pretty much led the entire game until down like the last 3-4 minutes of the fourth quarter, where SGA took over with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They won that game, and they're headed back to Oklahoma City on Monday.
Yes,
I want to say Monday. Is that right? Monday at 8:30. But what are your thoughts on the series in the game last night?
You know what? It's what's the word? I'm gonna go back to game 3 after Halliburton made that comment where he was like, "Yeah, y'all say I'm overrated and all that." The media never said you was overrated. Your peers said you was overrated. So I take that. I say that to say this. That's gonna be the thorn in his side. That's why they're gonna lose this series. You only talk when you win. When you lose, you don't hear nothing. So in order to give pain, you got to be willing to take pain. You're not willing to take pain. You only want to talk when you win. Like Michael Jordan once said, when B.J. Armstrong them shocked the Bulls that year in Game 1, against the Hornets. He was like, yeah, anybody can talk crap when it's 2.5 seconds to go and you up 10. But when it's 0-0 on the clock, that shows the significance of a great man. Talk when it's 0-0. You only talk when they win. When they lose, I didn't see no post game yesterday.
Well, of course, they only interview right after the game, the winning players. He was a part of the interviews in the locker room. I saw a little bit of the interview on ESPN. What kind of shocked me about the interview was normally the entire team was out there with Oklahoma City. They just had SGA. I think they've done a concerted effort of ushering everybody else off the court, but the guys that they want to interview.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I believe that's gonna be they nail in the coffin. I mean, at the end of the day, each team has a player with championship experience. But Indiana is payout soccer. OKC is Caruso. So each, you know what I'm saying? Now, if they would have won and they would have went up 3-1, I still don't think it would have been over. Because Shea is that's a bad man. That's a real bad man. But I believe for them not able to go up 3-1, it's over. Because they're going to blow them out when they go back to Oklahoma City Monday. They're going to blow them out by about 20. About a 20-point win.
Well, we both did say that Oklahoma City was going to win it. We both picked six games. We right now that prediction is still on pace to happen. I'm even though I picked OKC, I'm kind of liking the Pacers, as the underdog. I'm not changing my mind, but I kind of see myself kind of rooting for the Pacers a little bit. They kind of remind me of Miami. The last couple of Miami teams, was the last year, the year before last, when they went to championship, when they only had really one player that everybody was one focal point player, and all those role players. That's kind of what it's reminding me of. I see them this year.
Well, look at it this way. We ain't at $1 million like Jay-Z. He had OKC in 5.
So he actually put some money on it at that.
He put $1 million on OKC to win in 5. And when they lost, once they lost game 3, that bet went out the window.
I'm not putting that kind of money on, man. Even if I got $1 billion, I'm not betting $1 million.
I mean, but when you got $1 billion, what's $1 million, right?
$1 million, it's still $1 million. How long did it take you to first make that first $1 million? I know you're probably gonna make that back in your residuals. You probably get that back in a residual check, but that's still a lot of money. You still got Blue and them twins to take care of, and the missus, even though she making more money than you right now. Nah.
Yeah, but that when you got billions and you lose 1 million, look at the billions you still got left.
Mm-hmm. He from the PJs. He know better than that. He need a whooping. He know better than that. I'm not wasting that. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not going to the casino and doing none of that stuff. I'm not gonna be singing my last $2. We're not doing that.
My last $2, yeah. One for the bus
We're not doing that.
One for the jukebox. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, my brother don't look like he would have joined, but he did put some words here. Morning, fellas. I have to echo my brother's sentiments to the T. Pops have been my all. You can't choose your parents, but if I was as before I was born, I would still choose him. Right on, big brother. Right on. Thank you, big brother, for those words. Of course, I would love to see you come on the show, but that's okay. That's all right. We got your words, and that's perfect right there. That's perfect right there. All right, let's see here. Thank you for joining us. We on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We on over 6 platforms. We live. We in living color right now. From 11 a.m. Eastern to noon, 10 a.m. Central to 11 a.m. Central. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. If you want to join us, just let us know. We'll send you the link, and we will have you on here. I'm looking at my YouTube. I'm looking at my LinkedIn. Let me pull up my Facebook side. Let me pull up the Facebook side. Make sure we clear on that side, too. We want everybody to join us. We want you to join us. Come on in. Come on in and join us. Come on in and join us. I'm kind of wasting time a little bit trying to make sure I can get I can see. Let's see. Let me go Sports Talk. Boom. There we go. And it is running. Come on now. Come on. We need to see it. We need to see it up here. We need to see it. We need to see the show. There it is. All right. I got everybody. I got all of us running. I got 4 out of the 5 platforms, 4 to 6 platforms in front of me going. We will make sure I'm able to see everybody who wants to be here. So join us. U.S. Open, the golf course is winning. And that golf course, that's normally what happens. It eats you up. It eats you up like a good alligator. Are we going to move forward? We are going to women's sports. Of course, we got Iron Fridays, and we got the standings. We got a couple things going on in the WNBA. But as always, the women's segment. This segment is T. Clock it. Now we talk about the women's sports. The segment is T. The segment is T. Clock it. I don't know what that means, but I know that's what the women do. We want to make sure we are catering to the women. It's like we cater to the men. We want y'all to join us and talk about women's sports and talk about, just come on in here. Come on in and say hello. Because why? Because this segment is T. Clock it. All righty. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what that means, but I just hear the women saying that.
Got me too. I have no idea.
Last night on Iron Friday nights, Chicago and Atlanta beat the Chicago Sky 80-70, and the Las Vegas beat the Dallas Wings 88-84. I do apologize. The Wings do actually have a new coach. I thought they was the same coach from last year. There's a young man that's coaching the team, and right now they are 1-11, and they call him for his head too. They call him for his head too. It's time for him to go. The inside word is that the girls don't like him, they don't respect him, And they mad that they didn't get Lisa Leslie when we talked about that last week. Remember we said they should have went and got Lisa Leslie. I would still say it's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. That's a playoff team. That's a playoff contending team with two of the best players in the league. Only at 1-11. So somebody needs to be held accountable. Today's games, we got Los Angeles versus Minnesota at noon on CBS, at 2 o'clock on ABC and CBS. We got New York and Indiana, and the night game, Seattle and Golden State. I'm gonna still answer the question: why haven't they fired that coach yet? I'm not saying he's bad, but I am saying they ain't winning. When you 1-11 with all that talent over there, it's gonna make no sense. You should be just like we was talking about our sports team. You should be at least be 500. Why can't you be 500?
Now, who's on the roster with the Wings?
Let's pull that up. Let's pull it up. I can tell you they got Enrique, and they got Paige Bueckers.
They got Paige Bueckers. Okay, that's who they drafted. Okay, so they got Paige Bueckers and her. Wow, and they only won one game.
One game. So okay, I'm pulling up the roster right now. Paige Bueckers, Dejanay Carrington, Kayla Charles, Luisa Gessodoter, I'm sorry to mess up your name, young lady. G. Soder, Taisha Harris, Maisha Hines Allen, Isaiah James, Tierra McCowan. That's my favorite player on the team. Arika Agabonle, JJ Quinley, Maddie Segrist, and Nelisa Smith. I don't know what it is about Tierra McCowan. That's my favorite. She tough. She don't take no shots. She a center. She go out there, rebound, and she play tough. That's my favorite player on the team. That's a playoff team. There's enough talent on that team to go to the playoffs. I don't understand why they're not doing so well. I haven't seen them live. I normally get at least 1 or 2 games live a season. I'm gonna make it my business to get out there to Arlington to see them, so I can see for myself. You can always tell a lot by the body language that team holds and the way they carry themselves. You can always see that, but I don't know quite yet. What's going on. I haven't seen for myself. I'm gonna just leave it right there. So. Hopefully, they can turn things around because it's not too late. They haven't gotten to the All-Star break yet, and they can, make things better. Right now, for standings, the Liberty at 9-0, the Lynx at 9-1, Dream at 7-3, Mercury at 7-4, Storm at 6-4, Aces at 5-4, Fever at 4-5, the Golden State Valkyries 4-5, the Mystics 4-6, Sparks are 4-7, the Sun are 2-7, the Sky at 2-7. They are already eliminated from playoff contention at 2-7, and the Dallas Wings are 1-11. They probably about one more game above me and will be eliminated from contention as well. So turning it around, I don't know if that's going to happen at all. We shall see. Said the blind man to the dead dog that's already been buried. He already in the ground. Sorry, Samson. I got my dog next to me. You still alive. My boy right here next to me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Samson. My spoiled puppy right here next to me. All righty. Let's see what else I got in women's sports. I got Phoenix Mercury were upset that the other night they played the Dallas Wings and they beat them 93-80. And all the WNBA released was a Paige Bueckers highlight reel. She scored 35 points coming back from injury, and that's all they showed was her over 2 minutes of just Paige Bueckers highlights. And the Phoenix Mercury was mad, so they said, forget that, we're gonna release our own. They went and they cut the film down, they put their own highlight film out there, and so they was upset about that. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
Yeah, it's a team effort. When you showcase that, it make it seem like it's not a team effort, right? It's all about Paige Bueckers, the UConn star championship.
The biggest thing was they lost.
Right. The way stuff is set up nowadays, man, that's how it be.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, you're trying to, one, in my opinion, take advantage of the fact that Caitlin Clark has been injured. She makes her debut back today in her game. So they try to promote the league as best they can. I get it. But don't do it to the point where you're dogging out the other team so bad that they don't get no kind of shine. They don't get no kind. That don't make no sense. At least give them a couple of highlights. I've seen that happen before. I get it, and I understand why they would be upset. So, kudos to Felix saying, "Forget y'all. We're gonna put our own highlights on there." And also, in concussion protocol right now is Asia Wilson. She's out for at least this next game that she's gonna be playing that they play today against. She did that game today. Los Angeles plays Minnesota at noon in Minnesota. So Asia Wilson won't be playing because she's in concussion protocol. So I hope she gets well as soon as possible. Great things going on in the WNBA, and hope she gets better soon. And I hope they do some things in Dallas. Of course, I'm down here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They just announced also that the arena is not going to be ready for another year, but they're still going to get into the practice facility next year. The Dallas City Council voted to release the money to have everything taken care of, but the arena won't be done in time down for them. But so they're going to spend the 2026 year in Arlington for another year there. Looking forward to going downtown within about 2 miles of each other, 3 miles. A nice easy walk. You got the Mavericks and the Wings within a short walk of each other. If you're so interested in doing so, you never know. It could be a playoff game with the Mavs in the night and the Wings in the afternoon. So that would be a good thing for the city of Dallas and all the sports fans to take advantage of. Just like sometimes it's baseball on one side of the parking lot with the Rangers in the afternoon and the Cowboys in the evening, or vice versa. They're literally within almost like the same parking lot, within the city block of each other. There, if you can throw good enough, you got a good enough arm, you can throw from one building to the next.
Oh.
You have a hell of an arm to do it, but you can do it.
All right.
Because they're right there next to each other. And actually, there's 3 stadiums right there within the stone's throw of each other. Both the baseball stadiums are closer to each other than the football stadium, and their season's over. The Arlington, I forget the name of the Arlington team, but those 3 stadiums are right there, still there. The old Ranger Stadium is still there. Choctaw Stadium is still there now, and they use it for the UFL team, and I think also I think they also use it for soccer and for baseball and football for the local sports teams as well. So they still get good use out of those stadiums. So shout out to those people who making those smart decisions. All right, moving forward, we moving to the MLB, to the show. So you know what I'm about to say. We are already ready. Let's see. We got the Detroit Tigers going against the Cincinnati Reds today.
Absolutely.
You guys are headed out there right after the game. Right after we finish our show, you guys are going to Comerica Park. Last night, the Tigers beat the Reds 11-5. The game was pretty close until about the 7th or 8th inning, and then they broke it open, broke the score open. Tigers are now on a 2-game win streak. They are 4-2 since the last show. Their overall record is 46-25. Still the number one record in the American League as well as overall, followed by the New York Metropolitans at 45-25. The top 6 teams are the Tigers, Mets, Yankees, Cubs, Dodgers, and Giants. Once again, the 2 American League teams and 4 National League teams are in the top 6. So that's going to make it interesting, make more and more interesting as we go down the stretch with the best records on the other side. And it's almost like it's a train waiting to happen. Definitely, I don't think they played each other in the regular season yet, the Tigers and the Yankees, but they are. It's a train wreck waiting to happen, and a great one, possibly in the playoffs with the Yankees playing the Tigers. And at this rate, the Tigers have a home field advantage, and that'll be great. All right. So, what are your thoughts on the game today? Were you ready to go down there and get your hot dog and nachos?
Absolutely, that's what I'm going for. Hot dogs and nachos. I already know the Reds gonna win. I just got off the phone with them before the show. Told me you got nothing to worry about. This is where it flips. This is where the good goes with the bad, son.
Okay, so it's gonna be a 180 or 360.
It'll be a 360. You buy
All right.
You about to see, just like I went down there and it worked in y'all favor. I'm about to go back down there and it's about to reverse.
Okay. All right. I was contemplating coming in to try and join you, gentlemen, but I wasn't able to work that out. But I am here in spirit. I'm here in spirit to be with you guys. Go down there, enjoy yourself down there. Don't forget to get the brown paper bag of peanuts on your way in. So you have to spend $12. Get your Cracker Jacks on the way in. So you have to spend $12. The hot dogs and the nachos is worth it. Don't get me wrong. But that bag full of salty peanuts for $12. I know they're trying to make that money, but that's a bit much. That's just a bit much. Now you're right, Steve. Felix did say last week that that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put the juju, the voodoo that it don't happen. Tigers they win ways.
All I'm saying is, if you're paying attention to me, I do have a nice little record when stuff comes to this. You see what happened earlier this week, right? Sorry it happened, but it happened, right?
What happened earlier this week?
Lost your pitcher for the year. That starts it.
Oh yeah, he's getting Tommy John.
That starts it.
Yeah. Well, no matter what the team is, you want to go through a season. You're gonna have some injuries. Shohei Ohtani's been battling injuries all season. The Dodgers are still where they are. So a mark of a good team is to play over the good and the bad. You're gonna have a little slump during the season. You're gonna have some injuries. You just got to play through. That's the main name of the game.
Okay, just remember.
Don't let the highs and the lows get too low.
Okay, remember this conversation.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna remember it. Definitely, my memory is strong. But we gonna see. I'm still my vote is gonna be definitely for the Tigers to keep moving forward and doing what they're doing. Really quickly, I want to sneak in the U.S. Open. We got Burns at 3 under, JJ Spawn at 2 under, Hovland at 1 under, and even is Scott and Griffin. And let's see here. They are in the later round, so they haven't quite started. Round 3 is in progress, and they are out at Oakmont, Pennsylvania, at the Oakmont Country Club with a purse of $21,500,000. And that's why you want to be the caddy. If you the caddy, you're gonna get $2.1 million as a 10% win. And because you're gonna be 10%, you make 10% of what the golfer makes. So that's why your I'm sorry I turned that music down. It got a little bit loud. If you the caddy, you want to get the best caddy out there, because one, you got to pay them. Two, they give you the great advice, and you got to trust each other out there. You want to trust each other out there. Don't forget, it is our Father's Day edition. If you want to come on and actually join us on the show, come in and say hello. Say some great things about your father figure, your uncle, your brother. If you know a good father out there, if you want to big him up, give him some props. Come on, do that. Just leave a message right in there, and I'll read it. Please do. We want to make sure we highlight our men. Let them know that we love them. Let them know that, hey, you're doing a good job out there. We may not always get a good rep. You may not always be the greatest, but you're still a good man. You still trying your best out there. We want to make sure we highlight that for you. Why? Because we care. We do care about you. We do care that you're doing your best out there. And believe me, you still a man. You're still a man. No matter tomorrow, hope you get something other than a tie or some socks. Hope somebody actually cook you a meal. Actually bring you some food. Let you alone. Don't ask you to cook. Don't ask you to get on the grill. Don't ask you to do none of those things, because it's your day. It's your day. It's not your birthday, but it's still your day. Normally on Father's Day, they put us on the grill. Can you cook this? and then they cook the sides too. You got to cook the whole meal on Father's Day. On Mother's Day, we bring them up. We take them to breakfast. We cook them brunch. We take them dinner. They get the roses. They get the gift. Do the men the same way. We want the same thing. We want the same thing. Yes, we do. We want to be highlighted just like the women like being highlighted. So come on, go and take care of us. We like all that good stuff too. All righty. And moving on, we're talking about some NCAA. Moving to the NCAA right now. They got to spend some money. They got to spend some money. The NCAA settlement came down from the courts. They have to pay over $2.8 billion in back damages over the next 10 years to athletes who competed in college at any time from 2016 through present day. That means any sport, any varsity sport in the NCAA, you are eligible to get some of that money. My question is, how much is it? I want to know. I not because I'm trying to, pocket watch, because I'm a little jealous. 10 years ago, I go back 10 years, 10 years. Plus, they have the salary cap now, where you can spend up to $20 million on your sports up to UIL, on your UIL allotment. That does not stop the collectives. That does not stop the of your special player on your team, and the players want to if you have a business that want to go in and you want to still give that guy some money or that young lady, feature them in your commercial, you can still do that. That does not count towards the $20 million that the school can actually give out. So that's good that they're able to do that for the players. So that's what we want to see. We want to see them continue to make that money because they earn it. They work real hard. Those kids work real hard. I can tell you, I'll never forget being in college and my friends having to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning in the football building, the basketball building, no matter what sport they were out there before even we were even woke good. They were up, had their breakfast, back in the cafeteria, ready to go to class, and it wasn't tough. It wasn't easy. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they hanging on next. You see them kind of trail off. Why? Because they're going to bed because they got to get up and do it the next day. They would go to study hall. You see them for a minute. Hey, what's happening? What's up? Y'all good? All right. You see them gone. So this it's a job for them. That was their job. So they deserve that money. They definitely deserve that money. Steve says it's a Flag Day as well. Happy Flag Day to the country. The UFL Championship tonight. The Michigan Panthers against the DC Defenders. 8 p.m. on ABC. Of course, we're going to add that. That is definitely going into our predictions. Of course, you know how I'm going for. We're going for the Michigan Panthers. I'm going for the Michigan Panthers. We got Bobby Hebert. The spirit of Bobby Hebert is showing up tonight. The spirit of Bobby Hebert and so far for the state of Michigan, they are the only professional men's team to win a championship. Back in the 80s, we've had women team, the professional women's team, win about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Back in coached by Tony Blankenship Shipping Company. But the men, only one was the Panthers. And they still got them sweet uniforms. To this day, the sweet uniforms. I'm trying to pull up the name of some of those teams, guys back in the day, because there was a linebacker that played for the Michigan Panthers. Let's see, Bobby Hebert and Anthony Carter was on that team. They beat the Philadelphia Sharks 24-22. I remember watching that game, yelling and screaming, running around because we finally got a champion. What is that linebacker's name? Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to. I'm sorry. I'm pulling them. I'm doing this real time. Trying to pull up the name of the. Let's see here. They call him the Cajun Cannon. Then he went on to play for the New Orleans Saints. And let's see here. I'm trying to find out more.
Pat Swiller.
Not Pat Swiller. Pat Swiller only played for, if I remember correctly, he only played directly for New Orleans.
Played for us too. Well, he played for y'all. I'm sorry.
He played for Lions.
He played.
I'm trying to find the name of the linebacker, the crazy linebacker. Actually, he used to see him all the time, and he would hang out in the neighborhood all the time with us. He would go to the cleaners right down the street from me, the Trumbull Cleaners. He would always take his clothes up there. And the owner of the cleaners would always talk about he would literally leave $50s and $100 bills in his pocket. And he was like, "Hey, you left this in his don't worry about that. It's Playmore where that came from."
Terry Fair.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm trying to pull this up. Let's see here. I do apologize, you guys.
Say he used to leave $50 and $100 bills in his pocket.
Yeah.
And the cleaner guy would actually give it to him.
You're supposed to offer it,
And he would tell him you can keep it.
Tell him you can keep it.
Wow. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah.
What was his name? John Corker. That's him. John Corker. Ray Bentley and Kyle Borland. Those are the linebackers. Okay. They were good. When the USFL forwarded, a lot of those guys did make it into the league. But Corker was the guy that with the personality who did all the craziness on and off the field. And he would literally hang out in our area, right by Wayne State. We would see him all the time in the neighborhood. He was a good guy. He was always patting the kids on the back. Hey, you can do it. Keep your grades straight. Listen to your mama. That kind of guy. He was one of those kind of guys. He wasn't one of those. Well, of course, it was. Girls come with it, but he was always still trying to big up the young men. Keep us on the straight and narrow. All right, and also I was thinking about putting this in Stupid Sports News, but I'm gonna put this over here on this side. Antonio Brown. Did you hear about what he did not too long ago? Yeah. How he was at a show, at a rap concert, and allegedly somebody tried to rob him, and he shot in the air a couple times. He shot somebody, as a matter of fact. So right now he is wanted for attempted murder. He said that he tried to rob him, and so he shot him. And they said that it was a fight, and he ran in just shooting people. That's what they say. What really happened? So right now,
that's what really happened.
Antonio Brown. That's the official account. Antonio Brown said they tried to rob him. That's why he shot him. But the official account is that it was in a fight. Fights happen all the time at rap concerts. And he said he ran in shooting people. So yeah, the guy's still alive. He said he shot him twice in the stomach and on the abdomen area. And so now they're looking for Antonio Brown. That boy ain't been right for a minute. He ain't been right for a minute. I hope he gets some help, whatever the help is that he need. Maybe he needs some electric shocks. Like they used to do back in the day. Put a thing in his mouth and get the, and maybe that'll put it back in the right space.
I don't know, man.
That's just crazy. I probably should have put that in the Stupid Sports News, but I had to. I want to put that on the NFL side. All right, moving on to the NHL. Some great games in the NHL. Great games. 3 of the 4 games have been great. There was one game that was a blowout. Night before last, Thursday night, the Panthers went up 3-0 on the Oilers, and they tied it up, and they went ahead 4-3, and then they tied it up in the late. Kachuk scored, had his hat trick, and then in overtime, the Oilers won 5-4, and a great game. Great game. 6-1, game 3. The Panthers put them. I thought that the Panthers were going to be the Oilers were going to be done, because that's hard to come back from a 6-1 loss like that. And so tonight, also at 8:00 on TNT, game 5, the Panthers and the Oilers. It is back in Florida for game 5, and we both both of our predictions are on track. We both said the Oilers were going to win it in 6, and so hopefully our prediction can stay on track. But you never know. That series keep going back and forth. Did you get to see any of the hockey game the other nights?
Yeah, I watched it till it went to overtime, and then started watching something else. And then I looked at my phone, and they said they won in overtime. I was like, wow. And the final, and both.
Because it was kind of in the background for me. I'm doing my regular duties, and I'm look up, and I'm like, 3-0 already? Good goobly goop. And then they came back, they scored. Oh, well, maybe they just got a little, put a little something in there. They scored again. They was tied up. We got a game. And so they were able to pull it off. So the shout out to the Oilers for not giving up when they really could have when they were down 3-0. And so Keith Kachuk still got a hat trick. He was almost a natural. He almost got a natural hat trick because that third goal was before he scored the third goal. He had a good shot on goal. We could have had a natural hat trick. But both leagues, the NBA as well as the NHL, are playing well right now. Both those championship series are at are at 2 games apiece. So that's going to allow the advertisers to know they're happy. They're going to make some more money because it's guaranteed to go 6. And like Jay-Z, going to lose that $1 million because he said he was going to go 5. I don't care. You from the PJs, brother. You know better than that. You from the PJs. You got to hold on to the money. Hold on to it like you keep it in your, like you're holding it, like you keep it in your mattress. Hold on to it like you keep it in your mattress. So great series so far. I'm looking forward to flipping back and forth tonight between the UFL, and TNT. To watching those both the championship game, the championship series and the championship game for both of those. All right, we right on time. It's about that time. What time is it? What time is it? It's time to do what? Time for us to go take out our one of our most popular segment. It is time for Stupid Sports News. I hit the button. Okay, hold on. I had the wrong one. Hold on. Let me go back up. There it is. All right. I've been trying to avoid this. I've been trying to avoid talking about it, but it's getting a lot of traction. It's getting a lot of traction out there. What am I talking about? I don't even know if it's true. The saga between Doug Christie, Chris Webber, and Jackie Christie. Allegedly, they've been to court about it. Doug Christie is not the father of their oldest daughter. And who is the father? His former teammate, Chris Webber. Allegedly. They've been talking about this for a minute. I've been trying to, I've been pulling it up on trying to find, they said they've been to court for it and everything. And they've been showing the pictures and stuff. I saw what's the silly comedian from Chicago, the 5150 podcast. He was talking about it. They've been in the court where he sued her for $4 million, and allegedly she got to pay half, and Chris Webber got to pay half because he won his money back for paternity fraud. I hope it's not true, but they've been talking about it a lot. It's been very, very, very prominent on the blogs and it's been the tea for the last couple of weeks. And so let's see. I'm trying to pull it up again right now. Let's see here. They got a divorce recently. Let me put in Jackie Christie's daughter.
Oh, so they're not married no more.
No, they divorced. And Doug Christie right now is the head coach of the Sacramento Kings.
Wow. They've been together that long and now they're not. Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, I listened to a whole little podcast about it. And recently Chris Webber would put something on the internet saying that's not true. Don't believe everything you hear, everything you see.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. The oldest daughter, Takari Lee, has been that he's supposed to be the father. I honestly hope it's not true. I hope it's not true, but this week it's for us to talk about it. Is it stupid? Yes, it's very stupid. So we know I've been trying to avoid it. I hope it's not true. What are your thoughts, sir?
Man, I don't have no comment. I mean, wow. I thought I didn't know they even got divorced. I thought they were still together.
Yeah, they divorced. Yep, and from what I understand, they kicked off of Basketball Wives.
Oh, she got kicked
I
off.
don't know how true that is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because here's my honest opinion. I can see it happen. I'm not saying it did happen. I can see it did. I can honestly see it happen. Why? Stuff happens. Teammates sleep with each other's wives and girlfriends all the time. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that's something they should do, but it happens all the time. All the time. Is it right? No. They were teammates. And oftentimes, I hate not to say it this way, a lot of women are going to be mad. A lot of those girls are sent from one person to the other. A lot of those guys in the locker room talk about, hey, I kicked you with old girl. Oh, for real? Let me holler at her. Do what you got to do, player. Happens all the time. But it's different. You shaking your head, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. It happens. It's different when that's your wife. They were married at the time. So, for a woman like Jackie Christie, who's very controlling, want to keep everything, she's chasing her husband around the country. Can I see something like that happening? Unfortunately, yes. I can see something like that happening. Yeah, it happens because she seems like she has an attraction to men of power, men of a certain stature, men that has a certain lifestyle and bank account. So for that to happen, I can see it happening. Do I really want it, something like that to happen? No. I hope it's not true. Hope at the end of the day, they can prove this out to be untrue. Allegedly, they went to court for all of this, but I'm thinking to myself, where was TMZ reporting on all of this? It's on the Shade Room, but where was this will be this is something that you would see big headlines about. So this is not true. All right, moving forward, we got Angel Reese and Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae was on what was it, Angelina Breakfast Club the other day, and they asked about it, and she said no, they're not friends no more, but she support her in everything that she do. She wish her luck and all that's going on. So is that a big deal to me? No. You're not gonna be friends with all your teammates. You be friends, when you're part of that team at the time. That's something that happens. That space and that time is a reason of the season. There was a lot of things that went on with the families. They had some bickering back and forth with that. But maybe at some point down the line they can work things out. But for them not to be friends right now, that is what it is. Is it stupid sports news? Yeah, stupid sports news because people making a big deal about it. When you're in those circles, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna ask you this question: all the teammates you got right now that you played high school with, are you friends with a lot of them still?
No.
When you see them, you kick it with them, you cool with them. But in terms of hanging out with them and stuff like that's not what you do. That was, of course, you're gonna have some people that you are still always gonna be friends with, but all of them, no. And that's just life. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad about that. My teammates, a lot of my especially like my Murray Wright guys, my little league guys, I'm no matter I'm down with them no matter what. But teammates, as you get older, you understand that they're teammates and you love them.
Just grow apart,
but they're teammates. You grow apart, and that's just life. That's just all right. And real stupid sports news: DeMarcus Cousins. Did you see what he did down in the Dominican Republic? He played it down in the Dominican Republic.
I saw that.
That is truly stupid. I get it. I understand he was mad. They was calling his name. They was taunting him. He grabbed little DeMarcus and tried to wave after grabbing little DeMarcus. He tried to put it in the face of a guy sitting courtside, and now he is suspended for the rest of the season down in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed in DeMarcus, and here's why. Have you been to the Dominican Republic?
Oh, you asking me? No.
The Dominican Republic is a single man's paradise.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. Whew. Good. The Dominican ladies, the Boricuas, you want to go down there, you just might find your wife in about 5 minutes. Why go down there and clown and act a fool and get yourself cornered away from what could possibly be your future? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put it like that. I know. Send me the letters, send me the emails, yell at me. Why would you want to do that and upset all those beautiful ladies down in the Dominican Republic by grabbing little DeMarcus and trying to wave your hand in somebody's face on the sideline because they said some bad words for you? All right, moving on. We got Miss Claressa Shields upset that she did not win the BT Sportswoman of the Year, and that who won it? Angel Reese. She's upset. She said Angel Reese has won it for the like last three years, and she's upset she didn't win it. I can understand that. But I would say, why didn't Asia Wilson win? Asia Wilson the one been the league MVP over the last couple of years. Yeah. So why not Asia Wilson? Yeah. I can understand Claressa saying, I've actually won my fights. I'm actually have done something other than just be. I understand her point of view 100%. But to me, I have a stronger argument for Asia Wilson than for Claressa Shields. But that's our stupid sports news. What we moving to now? To our one quick question. One quick question for you. All right, we've been doing which is the better sports movie? This week we got which is the better sports movie is Happy Gilmore or Caddyshack? Which the better sports movie?
Caddyshack, man. I've never seen Happy Gilmore, so I would have to go with Caddyshack because I've seen Caddyshack. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore.
I would have to agree. Caddyshack is definitely the better sports movie, but you got to see Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is a great sports movie, but the best line of all time is "You'll get nothing and like it," directly from Caddyshack. So you got to see them both. But they got Happy Gilmore Part 2 is either about to be or will be released soon on Netflix, going straight to Netflix. So you want to go out and check that out. All right, we didn't come to end of another great show. Thank you, sir. Steve said Caddyshack is the better movie. We got to quickly do our prediction. We got one game. Michigan Panthers, DC Defenders. Who you got?
The Michigan Panthers 23-20.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers as well. You got 23-20. I'm going 45-17. 45-17. That's my score, and I'm sticking to it. 45-17. Well, we still got Oklahoma City. We both got them in 6. We both got the Oilers in 6. So those are still intact. By the time next week we get back, they might still be playing because they keep, well, at least the NBA, because they keep stretching them games out so far. The games are so stretched out, 3-4 days and games in between. So you never know. And the Lower Stanley's Cup will probably be raised between now and then. So we're going to see what's happening. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Don't forget to click like, click share. And we are still here. You can go back and watch the replay. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on anything that you like, and we will definitely give you some kudos or make a comment towards what you have to say. Thank you so much again. Join us sir. Enjoy your time at the game. Don't eat too many hot dogs, and have a great time, everybody. See everybody